Hello there. Welcome. If you don't know me, my name is Cody Husak. Some of you may already be following me on Instagram. Maybe you follow my Facebook page, or maybe you've seen my YouTube channel. All of my social media pages can be found at Scrubs, Squats, and Sandwedges. Each one of those words have a special meaning to me, and what I want to do in this video is explain what becoming a Beachbody coach has added to my life, why I became a Beachbody coach, and what it may have in store for you. And I also want to explain my story. So I'm first going to explain my story and how I got back into health and fitness. In high school, I was very active. I played football my freshman and sophomore year, and was an avid baseball player. I've been playing baseball. I've been very active since a very young age. I played baseball, I played golf, I played basketball, I played football, basically any sport that included a ball. I played some hockey for a while. I was in. I have a younger brother who's 6 years younger than me, and even though he was 6 years younger than me, we were always still playing, tackle football in the backyard, playing catch. So growing up with a brother and a dad who was active in sports was very, very active. And I really have never lost that. So fast forward a few years, I was a sophomore in college. I no longer played any baseball, but played a lot of golf and wanted to increase my ability to play golf in the off season when, I live in Michigan, so it's very cold. So I started working out, did P90X. I did 3 rounds of P90X, and this was back in 2011. So back then, there was P90X, and then I did P90X Plus, and then there was the Tony Horton one-on-one. So between those 3 workouts, I did about 3, maybe 4 rounds of P90X, X Plus, and some one-on-ones thrown in there. And this was just about when P90X2 was coming out. I can't tell you why, but I stopped working out. I didn't have probably as strong of a support group as I needed, and most of all, I don't think I had a really good reason why to work out. And a few years slipped by. I graduated nursing school, moved back to my hometown, started my nursing career. Was still very active. I still played a ton of golf in the summer. In the winter, though, I didn't do a whole bunch of a lot. Diet started slipping. I can still remember coming home from shifts in the morning. I worked midnights. So I'd come home in the morning, and my treat in the morning was down the road that I had to go down to get to my house. I had 3 options in the morning. I could get McDonald's breakfast, I could get Burger King breakfast, or I could get Taco Bell breakfast. And I did this so many times that I could actually tell you exactly how much each item was that I was purchasing based on which restaurant I went to. So obviously wasn't eating the best of foods. I remember looking in the mirror one day, and I will actually attach the picture because even though this picture was taken on about 4 phones ago, I still continue to keep it on my phone to remind me just what I looked like in the mirror the day. This is day 1 of my P90X journey now, over 3 years ago. So this is me. This was probably at my low point of health and fitness. In the summer, still very active, but just really not happy with the way I looked, not happy with the energy I had, and really just disappointed that having been so active and so physically fit in high school, middle of college, and then now being at the low point, having the least amount of muscle mass that I've ever had, being kind of the heaviest I've ever been. I believe here I was 148 pounds, which isn't obese, isn't overweight, but I remember, I think it was week 2 of starting P90X, so about 2 weeks after starting this program and this picture here, I went to the doctors, got my blood work done, got my blood pressure done, and I remember him coming back into the room, and he was looking at my labs and saying, you know, your cholesterol level's a little elevated. You know, we already talked that high cholesterol runs in my family. My weight was getting towards the upper end of a healthy BMI. You know, and this is a physician that I'd been seeing through high school as well. And he kind of said, you know, I'm not telling you that you have to lose weight, but you're definitely you're getting to the point where you're starting to gain weight, you're not living a very active lifestyle, and something needs to change. And that's when I told him, I'm like, you know, I started P90X, and I'm working out five to 7 days a week, and you know, I know I'm at the beginning of my journey, but I think that, you know, this is going to be something that I'm going to be able to do long term. And come that next year visit, all my labs were normalized. My blood sugar was better, my cholesterol was better, my weight was in a healthy range again. I believe at that time I was at 132-ish. That's kind of where I, you know, between 132 and 138 is usually where my weight fluctuates. You know, and that's much healthier. Being a registered nurse, I wasn't living by example. I was helping saving lives, but I wasn't preventing my own injury and illness and doing all the preventative stuff that, you know, hopefully will one day keep me out of a hospital bed. And, you know, being someone that sees people in hospital beds every day, you know, it's not somewhere that I want to end up if it's something that I can prevent. Obviously, there's things that are out of our control, but, you know, to put forth the effort to be at a healthy weight, to be physically active, to have the, you know, the cardiac ability that if I do get sick or if I am in the hospital, at least I have a strong heart, and to be able to continue to build muscle and be physically active and release good hormones when I'm, you know, physically active, breaking a sweat, releasing toxins, eating good food. You know, I'm putting myself at a better spot than, you know, 90% of the population who's eating processed foods, not being very active. And that's just been something that's super important to me. So fast forward now, 3 years later, my wife, Arlene Husak, who can be found on her social media platforms at Pencil and Planks, she became a coach. She became a coach over the summer. She's a teacher. She had the summer off, and she's like, I think this is something I want to do. And, you know, seeing her go through some successes, some struggles, and talking through it, and she was getting up to one of her milestones, and I said, you know what, I'll join. So I signed up. It helped her with her business, and now I've been a coach for over close to 4 months now. And, you know, still working hard to build my team, but, you know, this is the thing that I did not think was going to happen at the beginning, and now that I'm in it, I'm so glad that I'm here. So one thing that I didn't think was going to happen is I've been someone that's been super dedicated over the last 3 years. You know, in the summer, sometimes I don't work out as much. I usually just lift weights, not so much cardio. But I'm someone that's, you know, been playing golf all summer. I work out all winter, and, you know, weightlifting in between. I'm always physically active. One thing I did not think I needed was any more accountability. But let me tell you, joining as a coach, seeing other people looking towards you as a role model, is exponentially beneficial for being accountable. There's days where I'm like, man, I'm kind of feeling a little tired. Maybe I'll just, wait a couple more hours and of course not work out. But then I think about all the people that are in my challenge groups, people that I'm communicating with on a normal basis to see their health and fitness transformations, and I think about them and what they're doing that day and how they're going through the same struggles. And maybe they see my Instagram feed and see me working out, and that pushes them to go press play. So I feel a lot of responsibility for the people who I've communicated with, I'm seeing make lifestyle changes, and it's hard to let those people down as well as it's hard to let myself down, because I know where I've been, I know where these people were, and I know where I am now, and I know where they're going. So, to see all that and put it all together, it really has helped keep me physically active, even more, to have even more of a purpose. And I think that's what I'm going to close here on, and is talking about the purpose and how important that purpose is. I did a video when I first opened my YouTube page here about my purpose, and I want to reiterate it here. And my purpose is now twofold. So my individual purpose is to become physically fit and active so that I can live a long and fruitful life with my family. So that's my personal goal. Now my goal for the people that I work with is to share that, to lead them to a healthier life so that they can live a fruitful life with their family, avoid injury, avoid diseases, avoid hospitals, avoid prescription drugs. I want to be a nurse who is helping people at the beginning of their health and fitness so that they can help prevent diseases. And those individuals that have diseases, I want to get them to a state where they no longer have those diseases. So very full circle for me. And just to close and to extend an invitation to you, and what coaching may have to offer for you is, the accountability, the social aspect of it. I'm meeting a lot of great people. There's something to be said about being able to be there for someone when they're going through their health and fitness transformation, seeing them change their eating habits, seeing them change their physical activity, and just the transformation that happens in moods and the transformations that happen in the physical appearance. But I think one of the things that I see most is the smiles and the light in people's eyes when they're like, man, I was here, something inside me said I wasn't happy about this, and now maybe I'm not at my goal yet, but I'm getting closer and I'm seeing progress. And just to see the smiles on those people's faces really allows me to keep going, keep doing this, keep building my team, working with others, because this is not easy. I mean, you gotta find people, you gotta interact with them, you have to have tough conversations with people. I always ask people what their goals are and what are they going to do to get to their goals, and what is something that if you're struggling with your goal, that's going to remind you of why you're doing this. And having those conversations with people is difficult. It takes time, and but to see people progress is really what makes this all worth it. So if you're interested in joining as a Beachbody coach, I'd be more than happy to reiterate, expand upon, and maybe answer some questions that you may have, some fears you may have, and a great way to get started, to build your base, to find your message, and to be able to build your social media network so that you're able to reach the people that you're looking for. So once again, my name is Cody Husak. My social media sites are all scrubs, squats, and sandwedges. There's a period in between each word. I'd love to meet you. If you are looking for someone to if you're looking to become a coach, please let me know. If you're someone that's getting started in your health and fitness journey, I'd also love to work with you. And yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you found it informative. Please like this video and subscribe.